Hi and welcome back to the Jen and Sean Show. I'm Sean.
I'm Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
We've created a podcast where we go and do stuff out in Melbourne, things that you can go and see and do and try. We give it our own spin. We look through whether it's worth your time, worth your money, worth the effort, and essentially come back here and tell you all about it. What did we do this time, Jen?
We went to Wicked.
What is Wicked?
Wicked is a, what do you call it? Stage show. Theatre production?
Theatre,
Show. Musical. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Based on The Wizard of Oz, but the backstory to it. So looking at Glinda. Is it Galinda or Glinda? I can't remember. I need to look at that.
I'm going to say based on, Galinda and Elphaba.
Elphaba, the sister. I was going to pull the book out, but I won't do that. But looking at, how their backstory, I guess, came to be then The Wizard of Oz.
All right. Well, that is a great summarisation.
Good.
But let me read what they said from their website so we can actually, give you a little bit of a...
Oh, you've got the proper version.
A little bit, yeah. This is my half-assed internet research, basically.
Go for it.
Wicked is a musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Schwartz and a book by Winnie Holzman. It's a lucid adaptation of the 1995 Gregory Maguire novel Wicked, The Wicked Witch of the West?
No, Wicked. The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Still got my wine goggles on. Which is then in turn based off the 1900 novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and its 1939 film franchise, which I love personally. But anyway, more on that later. So, as you were saying, the musical's told from two perspectives of the witches, Elphaba and Galinda.
It is Galinda.
Before and after Dorothy's arrival in Oz. And the internet research says that it explores the complex friendship between Elphaba, who becomes the Wicked Witch of the West, and Galinda, who becomes Galinda the Good. Their relationship is tested by their contrasting personalities, conflicting viewpoints, shared love interest, reactions to the corrupt rule of the wonderful wizard, and ultimately Elphaba's tragic fall. Da-da.
You just copied and pasted all of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I wrote it all down. So that's the internet research about it. So it is a musical. It's here in Melbourne. Look, what can I say? We went along because it's coming to an end of its run.
And it had been on my list of things to do for quite a while.
Yeah, which was great. And it was half-price tickets. Go me.
Even better.
So a big part of that was to go and tick it off. Great opportunity to go into the city.
Yep.
It's in Melbourne, CBD, right in the heart, about 25-minute drive from where we are. We drove in. It was a matinee. So it wasn't I keep saying so, but it was a matinee.
Because we're old now.
And we're able to get good seats.
Yes, they were great seats.
At that time. And it gave us an opportunity to go into our favourite sort of foodie coffee area, which was in Central Place, Flinders Lane, to go and get some brunch beforehand. So we went to Viccolini, it was called, Cafe Viccolini. So there's probably some pictures there of us quaffing down our food.
It was so good.
It really was. That's
great.
Exactly what I wrote there. So good. We went in there, we had our brunch, matinee coming up, being Melbourne, it then pissed down with rain. Which we
only
then
for 5 minutes though.
Yeah, and then it stopped, and then the sun was out, and it was all good.
We took refuge in the Maccas.
We did. Best pit stop for a loo anywhere, I reckon. So
Definitely.
I highly recommend it. Melbourne can be hard to find a good toilet, and that's not a bad one. You have to go up 3 levels, but it was.
They hide it
pretty
away,
good.
But it was handy.
Yeah. So there's your hot tip. The Wicked show musical, we've agreed on calling it, was at the Regent Theatre. Which is in Collins Street, so again, right in the heart of Melbourne.
Beautiful.
It's
beautiful
gorgeous.
Building.
Yeah,
So lovely.
Bit of history of that. It was built in 1929, holds roughly 1,800 people. Was refurbished in 2019. Again, half-assed internet research. I found that out. But it's amazing. It's one of the most picturesque little theatres that I've ever sat in.
And comfy chairs.
Really comfy. Yeah, I'll give it
good.
that. That's actually a really big uptick. So this theatre has seen other musicals like The Lion King, Moulin Rouge, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which would have been pretty cool to see.
Yes.
And we decided to go along. It was on your bucket list, I guess, of theatre shows to go and see. And, you know, I was interested to see how it all goes.
You just have to go.
Well, kind of, yeah. So let's get into some of our categories so we can break it down and, you know, really see, is it worth your time actually going to this thing? My first category here is say hi to your mum for me. Like, would you take your mother to Wicked?
Absolutely. Love it.
I reckon it's catnip.
Love it.
Catnip for the mum-in-law and females in general, this show.
I know a lot of blokes that like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I felt I was heavily outranked there, although there was a nice couple in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that they were running to it.
You know,
well.
I know quite a few guys that really like it.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, look, I'm going to hold back my opinion at the moment, but yeah, I felt that there was a high ratio of female to male.
Probably was.
Yeah. So definitely mum-in-law material.
Yes.
It's got, you know, a lot going for it. It's got alcohol, it's got comfy seats, it's a bit bougie, it's music, you know, tick, tick, tick. Next category, I'm just going to put it out there, do you feel lucky? So will it get you lucky with the missus? It'll get you points, you know, in so far as saying that, you know, it's a really cool thing to go and do.
Yeah.
The matinee, probably won't.
Probably not.
Not going to get you there. But if you did the nighttime one and went to dinner and wined and dined, then yeah, you're probably going to get lucky. Let's be honest. What's your hot take, Jen? What's your overall opinion of it?
I really liked it.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Why? What did you like
Well,
about it?
it's a musical. It's, you know, fabulous singing. The production value I thought was very good. The way that they had made everything work, because it was only a reasonably small stage. That was good. Yeah, no, I really liked it. It was a good story. It was well done.
Okay.
The actors were great.
Well, they're all Australian too, which was quite surprising to me.
Yeah.
I actually thought, with all the accents that was going on, that it was actually an import.
Australian.
All Australian.
All Australian.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was interesting. Here's my hot take. I didn't think it was that great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, not
that's
at all.
sad, isn't it?
I enjoyed myself, but there was no wow factor.
Sorry, I've got a bug flying around me.
Galinda. She's come to take me out for
Sorry.
saying it was a bit crap.
You were saying you didn't like it.
Look, I thought the singing was really good. That was amazing. Like, next level. It had good seats. But I was expecting maybe a bit more comedy or a bit more scariness as well. Sort of thing.
Were you not scared by the big green lady?
No.
Oh.
No. Well, the flying monkeys who never really flew, they were a bit freaky, I suppose.
WH&S, they're probably not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, no, you're
Fling
probably
them
right.
across the stage on a bungee cord or something.
Yeah, like, to your point, the sets were pretty good. The
It's just
lighting
not
was
quite
amazing.
your bag.
Look, I don't mind a musical. Look, Hamilton is probably the highest bar, you know, that I've gone and seen.
Yeah.
The Australians, you know, the actors, they did very well. I just thought the story was a bit too long, not funny enough, and probably a bit too many songs.
Okay, that's fair.
Being a music, cool thing.
Heathen, but that's
Yeah,
fair.
a little bit.
No.
Oh, look, it was a great day out.
It was good.
Like going in there, doing breakfasts, you know, wandering the streets of Melbourne, go to our favourite bookstore, seeing
was
a
good.
show. Like, it's a great day.
Yeah.
You're not going to be disappointed.
No.
I just think, looking at the show as a whole, it didn't really...
Didn't tick all your boxes.
Not all my boxes,
Well, that's
no.
fair.
But look, that's just at a high level. There's a few other nitpicks I've got as well.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
God, there's
throw it at
more.
you.
Okay.
Um,
Thought you were done.
no, that was pretty much it. But the Regent Theatre itself, it's super old, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's amazing architecture and all the rest of it. I don't think anyone's cleaned the male toilets down there since it opened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It smelled like 100-year-old wee.
It's probably soaked into the tiles.
Yeah, I don't reckon they can get it out.
No.
It's a real ghostly sort of,
I just need to drop a match in there and start again.
I don't know. It was pretty out there. But just to bring the levity up a little bit after I've just dumped on the Wicked, what would be your favourite souvenir from the show?
Oh, one that I didn't get.
Oh, really?
That zip-up hoodie jacket thing. I reckon that would have been cool.
Describe that again. Was that green?
No. I think it was black.
Okay.
But it might have had green piping on it. I would never wear it.
Mm.
Like, let's be real. It would just be another thing that I would fold up and stick in a box in the garage and go, oh, remember when I bought that thing from Wicked?
But it did look pretty cool.
It did look cool. We got a program. Oh, and the tote bag. That's right.
Yes.
I reckon... Did they have glasses? Like
no.
drinking glasses? That would have been cool.
I reckon they could have almost gone full Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know, broomsticks, pointed hats.
The whole lot.
Yeah. Just really leaned into it. But it was sort of a little bit light on that. But the program was nice. You know, everyone gets a souvenir program.
Look, I didn't really pay much attention to the merch stand because it was kind of busy by that point.
It was flocked by just
diehards.
Female chooks everywhere just going nuts.
I didn't want to queue up for it, and I thought, oh, probably, you know, don't need to stockpile Wicked merch. I was happy with the program.
Yeah,
Thought that was a good one.
Nice.
It's always a good memento to have.
Okay. Do you think it could have been better with anything else? Like the show overall?
Well, that's the storyline. What do you mean with anything else?
No, I don't know. It could have been improved in any way, shape or form. I mean, I've dumped on it and said it could have been scarier, it could have been funnier, it could have had less music.
It's a musical. How does it have less music?
All right. Well, you were impressed, which was...
I liked it, but, you know, it is what it is. It's I knew what the story sort of was as well.
Yeah, I didn't. I went in there cold.
The idea of it.
Yeah.
And thought, you know, I just love a good musical.
No, that's
singing
fair
and
enough.
the dancing and the twirling and.
Do you think it's the apex amount, the best of what it could be in terms of a theatre production?
Of what it could be?
Well, if you're ranking them all out of, you know...
Out of the ones that we've done.
Well, maybe let me put it another way. From a Wizard of Oz perspective, you've got the books, you've got the movie, you've got another stage play apparently. Do you think it sits on top of all the Wizard of Oz stuff, or do you think it's further down?
Oh, hard to say. Hard to say. Do you know I actually haven't seen... Maybe that could be a good one to go and see, The Wizard of Oz, if that ever comes out.
The movie, you mean?
No, a stage show.
Isn't that what we saw?
No, we saw Wicked.
Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, I see where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, well, you can't really compare without having seen it.
True. There's a gap.
It's been a very long time since I've seen the movie.
I would go to see the stage show.
Yeah.
I would. I would think that would actually be quite entertaining.
I don't think you can sort of... don't think it's a comparison type scenario. I think it stands on its own very well.
I'm going to rank them. 39 movie. Everything else, musical. Haven't read the original story, so maybe that's down there. Just saying. Looking at overall, we bought the tickets. They're about $100, half price. So would I go for full price? Not near Nelly. But this was right there.
Oh, $200 a ticket? No.
No.
But I would object to that to probably pretty much anything.
Yeah, that's getting really up there.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd have an aversion to that just in itself.
Yeah, so 25-minute drive-in, that's fine.
Yep.
$20 parking, no drama, and I think we spent about $80 on breakfast.
Did we?
Yeah. It's quite expensive.
That's a bit...
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
But overall, enjoyed myself at Wicked. Would I go again? Probably not.
No.
Which you've probably guessed up. But you know what? Get down there before it finishes. Make up your own mind. It's a beautiful spot in the city.
It is.
And if you
nice
don't feel like going to the musical, there's actually lots of pubs and cafes nearby as well, so you could always pivot around if that was your thing. I'm so getting the stare right now. All right. Well, thanks for listening. We are going to pivot into our next segment, which is looking at Banksy. Now, Banksy is fairly well known around the world.
Are you just going straight into it?
Yeah, might as well.
Cool. All right. Let's do it.
All right. Tell the viewers about Banksy. Done?
Banksy, well, I didn't actually know a great deal about Banksy. full disclosure, before we went to this exhibition, like I'd heard of him, knew that he did, would you call it installation, graffiti type art? Like, there was a lot of non-permanence to it, but I didn't really know much more than that.
Yeah, I only thought he did a few pieces of artwork, ultimately. But for those that don't know, Banksy is I don't even know how old he is. I'm going to say in his 50s.
He'd have to be in his 50s now.
He's a British subversive artist that puts his street art, like stencil, graffiti art, typically with very political overtones, depicting various peoples of authority, mixing with war themes and poverty themes and this sort of stuff. We've got quite a bit of video when we're in there. This art of Banksy is I'm going to say it's a rip-off of his artwork, because it wasn't licensed or endorsed by him.
It wasn't licensed, no.
So let's go to the internet and do a bit of a blurb about what it
Reproduction,
is.
maybe.
All right, well, this is what their website says.
Did they say rip-off?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
The art of Banksy. So, there's a so. The art of Banksy. Without Limits exhibition put in by Fever, the company, American company. Yep, there you go. It's an art exhibition of museum quality. I'll say museum quality. Featuring more than 70 original artworks, over 180 on display. Which is
so
interesting.
they said they're originals then?
Yeah. But how would you know?
It's a good point.
Yeah. 180 on display, such as prints, sculptures, installations, murals, and more. It says, after its incredible success in Europe, the US, South America, Asia, and Australia, where over 1.9 million people visited, the biggest Banksy exhibition is finally coming to Melbourne. So Melbourne, it did come.
Yes.
It was set up in Docklands, in Port Melbourne.
In the same space where we went to see the Friends experience. When that was on.
It was.
Yeah.
We've really got to do a pod on that as well.
Yeah.
So with Banksy, it was an opportunity to spend a Sunday out, get out and about.
Get our art on.
Yeah. I've enjoyed his art when I've seen it around and about. You see it a lot in pop culture and T-shirts, posters and all that sort of stuff. And this was, an opportunity to see, more of his art and see, really what this exhibition was all about. So going down to Port Melbourne, Docklands, tickets were, I think, $50.
Something like that.
They weren't too expensive. Parked up, about $20 for parking down Port Melbourne. You can always get a park down there, fighting with the Costco people. And we went in there, for the morning session, mid-morning.
11-ish?
Yeah.
I don't know, somewhere around there.
It's morning.
Yeah.
With that, what was your overall impression of the Banksy exhibition?
I thought it was very well done.
How come?
Just the layout, the guy at the start was really good. He had that,
the two people set up
with the fake metal detector
wands.
things, which was actually relating to one of the artworks that you saw in there later on.
Yeah, Dismal Land.
That's right. No, I really liked it. It flowed well, so you could sort of move through it. Didn't get too crowded, but they had sections.
Okay.
Did you call them sections? It was sort of a different theme for each bit that you went through, and then it moved on to a different
out
era.
Over you could almost, if it was a warehouse floor, then they've put in room dividers, and you've gone down various hallways, and then pretty
kind of
big
like
open
IKEA,
spaces.
where you just have to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You don't go backwards, but not with the arrows and stuff. It was just implied, but it was good like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of artwork there, which was really cool. It had timelines on his life and a lot of what he was inspired by. I saw a lot more artwork than I ever thought I would see. But it did play in my mind about, what's legitimate and what's not. It led to a lot of memorabilia from some of his bigger installations, like Dismal Land, which was a play in Disneyland in the UK.
Yeah.
So there were tickets from that, various T-shirts and paraphernalia, which was designed to pump out merch. But typically Banksy his art's there one day and gone the next.
It's impermanent.
Yeah, it's either nicked or taken by a museum or, just painted over.
Painted over.
So it's very blink and you miss it sort of stuff. So this was an opportunity to see it and get up close to it and read a bit more about it.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed it. You
Yeah.
liked the flow of it and how it all sort of rolled through. Is this something that you would take your mum to?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'd agree.
She wouldn't get it.
No,
Yeah.
they'd be bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be quite her cup of tea
Yeah.
as
So
far as exhibitions go.
absolutely. We saw a lot of, I suppose, younger people.
Yeah.
Probably our age as well, I guess. But you didn't get to see a lot of sort of older people going through this. This was really aimed at, I think, those that were...
I think we were some of the oldest people.
Come on. Yeah. But ultimately, I don't think they'd enjoy it. So
No.
you're better off parking them somewhere else, a cafe nearby,
Yeah.
and coming and collecting them later on. So Banksy is definitely aimed at those with a little bit more political awareness rather than just, Republican and Democrat. But
I'm thinking, probably your Gen X is going to be the limit of who would actually appreciate, which is us. So
yeah, no, it is. Okay. One of the categories I'm going to throw at you, was there anything unexpected?
Yeah, well, Dismaland was unexpected.
Okay, how, in what way?
I didn't know anything about it.
Okay, didn't know
he
it
did some-
existed.
No.
Okay.
No. And the other one that he did, that hotel installation that he did at that old abandoned place in the war zone, where they'd
Oh,
recreated
that's right.
that.
Yep.
That was, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, and the, who was the band that he'd done the...
Oh, Blur.
Blur. I didn't know that he
Yeah.
did their cover.
A lot of collabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, with actual paid commercial art.
Yeah.
That
So I didn't know
went
that.
out there.
That was cool.
Yeah, you're quite right, actually. I didn't know about the sculptures that he'd done, certainly the big telephone box. I suppose smaller artwork as well, and just some of the stories behind them. But the biggest thing for me was probably the humanitarian boat that he had.
Ah, actually,
pick
yes,
up
I'd forgotten
refugees.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So I didn't know that he was... Okay, he's politically on the knife edge and, pushing boundaries, but I didn't think for a minute that he'd actually be proactive and go out there and buy
Helping
a
people.
ginormous boat to go and help people, trying to escape wars and poverty and so forth and do that sort of thing. So putting his money where his mouth is, I suppose. I found, again, Dismal Land was really interesting. I learned a lot about that, so that was pretty unexpected. What was also unexpected is an art exhibition you could, be through it in half an hour if it's, not attention grabbing. But I think we were there for probably close to 2 hours.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot longer than what I thought we were going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was quite entertaining, I think. And quite a few people there, but you weren't ever sort of boxed in completely, which was great.
Still could move around. There's only a couple of people that got in the way of, photo opportunities, but that's fine.
Yeah. I think it lacks a little bit of replayability, but it's something you could take somebody else to.
Yeah.
Who'd enjoy it. And if you've been before, I think that you can still get something out of it.
Probably.
If you ran through it again. Bit of a hot take for me was, again, that it wasn't endorsed by Banksy himself. If the company behind this, Fever, has 1.9 million people going through at $50 a pop, that's a lot of money. And if none of that's going to Banksy, that leaves a bit of a dirty taste in my mouth.
Well, that could be something to research.
Yeah, so if he doesn't endorse it, does he still get a check?
I think you might have to consult the Reddits on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that, really stuck in my mind for some reason. So I've got an unanswerable question. It's like, well, is Banksy... What would he think of that? I think he has put a few comments out there saying that museums are just for the rich. He doesn't buy into that whole, having your art in one place or in a gallery.
Okay.
So
well, that would make sense.
That's one thing that I think, that came out of that, which was kind of interesting. We've talked about controversy. We'd talked about we'd probably do it again if you were showing someone around. That's a really good morning out to do. A few unexpected things, which was really cool. I found, if I'm going to pick a nit about it...
And let's do that.
...was you don't know what's authentic or what's not.
No.
Because...
Well, I mean, a lot of it... all the ones that were done on, different buildings and things like that. They can't transport the whole building, so none of those would be authentic. They're all recreations.
Yeah.
There was some of the framed prints that I'm pretty sure one of them was actually an original.
Okay.
So I think there was a mix in there. Obviously, the ones that they've had to recreate where they've actually painted it onto a wall.
On the walls themselves.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool anyway, because they weren't crap artists that did that. It was all stencil work anyway.
Well, it's stencils, so it's pretty easy to recreate a lot of it.
I actually quite enjoyed looking at it. So, but again, I think
there's a mix.
What's authentic and what's not? You just wouldn't know.
Well, maybe that's part of the appeal, is to go, is this genuine?
Legit.
You don't know.
Let's talk souvenirs, Jen.
Yeah.
We went a little bit cray-cray on the souvenirs there. Big merch store. What was your key souvenir for this particular one? Or souvenirs, should I say?
Well, I got the book. Like the
Banksy coffee table book.
The coffee table book. A notebook.
A notebook.
I need more notebooks in my life.
You always need more note-taking ability.
Clearly. 2 little postcard things with the print on it of the girl with the heart balloon.
Oh, nice.
And a tote bag, again, because I need more tote bags, in my life.
Yeah.
The book.
That's probably a
very,
highlight.
very, very well done. Good quality, a lot in there.
Yeah, it covers all the major works too, which is pretty cool actually. And I've never seen a book like that anywhere anyway.
So that was a good one.
Yeah, I grabbed a couple of prints.
Yes.
Which we were able to frame up pretty quickly, which was good.
Yeah.
Just haven't hung them anywhere yet. They're still sitting in the hallway.
Decide where we're going to put them.
Yeah. So overall, how would you rank the Banksy exhibition?
I really liked it. Yeah. It was a good day out. I was happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree. It's a pretty good place to go to. Port Melbourne, look, it's had its ups and downs. The poor Ferris wheel isn't doing much of anything anymore, but you can still look at it with a bit of a misty-eyed glint in, and think about what could have been if the wheel was still spinning.
They've got that weird upside-down house thing there that we didn't go into as well, but that would have been cool.
Yep. They've got cinemas.
Ice skating rink.
Pancake parlour, I'm going to say, is down there as well. But we also went somewhere else when we were down there, didn't we?
Costco.
Go and get Costco. So we went into Costco. Luckily, we were on foot because we could have bought so much stuff there. Costco's bananas. Anyway, this isn't a podcast about Costco. Not today, anyway.
No.
But Port Melbourne's got a lot going for it in terms, if you wanted to pivot out of going to see Banksy, there was another exhibition that we walked past, the art illusion sort of set
that's
up.
Right, yeah.
Which I think we'll go and do one day.
That would have been good, yeah.
Very photogenic, so that looks pretty good. And overall, it's easy to access and easy to get out of as well, and there's plenty of parking. And you can walk to the footy if you're into that as well. So, lots of ticks. So there you have it. So we've hit up Banksy, we've done Wicked.
Yep.
We've got some more great content coming your way. We've done some interstate trips. We've got some more arty-farty stuff. It's just bonkers.
Do we have more arty-farty stuff?
I'm pretty sure we do.
The bug.
It's Glinda. Leave her alone. She's trying to get home. Oh, my God. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch up soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click us on the socials, and we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.